Hello, my good people. I am going to be reviewing DP. I made a joke. I didn't. I made one joke about that. I'm not gonna make any more. But I very, as a never having tried DP before, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Really, truly, made me even tear up a little bit. Um, it was that good. so, so with that joke out of the way, this will be DP is on Netflix. It is a South Korean series, so in that language, I watched it in with subtitles with the original language. It's I guess is military just a genre, an army? For whatever reason, thinking like military genre, I feel like that's all encompassing, but it's an army police genre show, made up, but or I guess what that would be, fiction. Uh, it's getting late. Fiction. It's 6 episodes. I'm praying for more, but like this will be spoilers. A lot of spoilers. I'm going to actually talk about it. I did do a spoiler-free video. Let's see if I can get this right. Maybe up here. I'm going to link it. So this will be spoiler free link if you just want to check that out where I don't ruin anything. I'm going to absolutely just ruin it now. Anyway, so military drama, psychological tragedy, I guess you could say. I mean, it's very it's a very thought provoking series, and it the first episode had me hooked. Golly, did it have me hooked. And every episode just was interesting. Every episode is just like an event. It's its own little. So DP is I for whatever reason I've said it 100 times. I never remember it. Not dispatcher police. That's how bad my memory is. Deserter police. Deserter police. Desert police. Deserter. Deserter police. People that desert the army, run away. They've got this police force, I guess, within the army, or part of it that are tasked with going and bringing the deserters back. Oh, I apologize about the yawning. Um, so that's kind of, and so within the deserter police, our main character is Private An Ju Ho, and he's kind of like a rookie. I guess he's less than a private, because he saluted a. So I don't know. I don't really know his. I don't remember his. Well, I guess it is. It's private. I guess I just said that. And okay, so he's a rookie, just getting into the army, and already kind of experiencing bullying, and they're vicious, like just ruthless. It just that's a tough that's tough to watch. It's tough to watch somebody just getting bullied and not able to fight back, and people watching. And that's what this whole show is about. It's all about the reasons that these deserters desert. What compels them to run away from this pledge that they made for 2 years of service or something. Oh my gosh. So, Anju Ho is our main character. Each episode pretty much follows a deserter. Simple enough. The overall, I mean, I love the idea. I feel like I don't know if it's been done. I feel like it is so unique. I've not seen anything like it. The character, I don't even know what name, like Ju-hun, Junho, Private On Junho. So I don't know if I've been saying that right or not. Junho, whatever. On, what is on? I don't even know. Like, what part of the name is that? Anyways, On Junho is in the deserter police, and in a rookie and just learned, and kind of like it's kind of got that investigative feel to it, and he's um, when they arise, tasked with going and getting a deserter and bringing them back alive for trial or whatever happens to them. But the first the first episode. Whew, I mean, the first episode, they are tasked with getting this man back, and he's suicidal. I'm trying to hold in a yawn. He's suicidal, and his superior sends him and his superior, or his, yeah, he's whatever's above a private, but they are both tasked with going to get this dude. Instead, they go and party, and his superior wants to party, and Anju Ho is forced to drink and consume alcohol because that's what he's ordered to do. I realized just now where I think I left off on a thought, and that was when I was trying to say his name, Anju Ho. Like his well-rounded, he's just a very brooding, inward, just um, think before you speak type character who's very, very smart, and takes, you just learn a little bit about him. You learn a little bit about his family throughout the whole thing, a little bit, very, and it's just he's slowly coming out of his shell a little bit, and the problems that he faces and how he deals with them. God, this show is good. So the second episode, first episode, something major happens. They're out partying, and the guy commits suicide, and essentially, I mean, it was their fault, and Anju Ho takes massive issue with it. Like, he was forced to party when he didn't want to, and now he's got to live with his death. I might have to stop this video. He has to live with that death. So then from then on, I mean, it's just he beats the hell out of his partner, his superior, and then in comes another character, and he's another main character. I mean, right off the bat, quirky, just a perfect balance to Anju Ho's silence. It is this Corporal Han Ho Yo. I don't know. I remember I vaguely remember how it was said, but Han, Corporal Han comes in, and he's just a good balance. But the stories are just, they're about an hour long, and they're so well written. And, it's just, you get this little investigative, just how are we going to catch this guy, or just, whatever. I'm trying not to yawn. I'm trying real hard. How are we going to catch this guy, or, well, just this. I love it. I love the investigativeness to it, and it's actually smart. That's one of the things I noticed is, to me, I have no idea experience with what they're doing, but to me, it just seemed real. It seemed like what they were doing made sense, that they would need to take these steps in order to get to the end result, catch the guy or not. That's what it just seemed, very, very well thought out, very well written. So I don't know how. I hope they can do more of these. I don't know how many different ways they can think of having a dessert, but I think this is just like a little gem, like a diamond in the rough here. It's just a super niche show that, man, I don't know. I hope it just seems like a little gem, like a little hole in the wall store that ends up being a food store that ends up just being unbelievably good, and that's what this is. Just a little something. And this is the first time I've ever heard of it. So, what was it? Oh yeah, looking at my notepad. The next episode, second episode, was a guy who deserts and goes to the train station, and they thought he was suicidal, but he wasn't. He kind of he had like that thing where you like fall asleep all the time, where you just fall sleep, not. Oh my gosh, words escape me. I imagine there's also a word for that too, but I can't think of it. Narcissist, narcoleptic. Is that it? That sounds familiar. Anyway, so he's falling asleep on the train, but then you find out his everyone has such a tragic backstory. You find out that he snores when he sleeps, and they would just do something, so they put a mask on when he's sleeping and fill it up with water and make him just like suffocate. And it's just, oh, every episode I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't. They just hit so hard. But so you got our two main characters. You're introduced to a couple little minor characters. The technological guru who's good at googling stuff. The main boss who's real rough and blunt and to the point and do the job I want you to. And oh, you're making me. Oh, just talking to you is giving me you're not giving me good news. It's giving me a headache, or you're making my pancreas swell up, or whatever he says, giving me kidney stones or something. And it's just that he's awesome. I really like his character. And then you find out who his boss is, and then you find out other members of Anju Ho's platoon, his crew. Just it's you got your two main focuses, and then it's slowly focusing outwards. You're slowly getting more and more people. You're getting the characters in this person's backstory and this character. So train one, that one was a good episode. It was nice, after the death of the absolute soul crushing mood of the first episode. Holy cow! And then cool, this guy didn't really do anything. He just ran away because he was getting bullied severely. Well, it's bullied, and they caught him and brought him back. All right, cool. Episode 3 was, I wrote down, the jerk boyfriend. Some a-hole kid who runs away. I don't even remember why. I think just right off the bat, mean to his dad. I hated him. His dad's kind of an older, well, obviously older man, but um, just shriveled and just allows his son to step all over him. Yeah, I can't. The detectives even say, or the DPers even say, they are, yeah, what an a-hole, just a scum. And so they go through this whole elaborate plot of investigation and ended up coming up with some scheme to get the boyfriend to show him. They take advantage of, not in a horrendous sense, but like using her to draw this guy out, using this guy's girlfriend to draw him out. And some good fight scenes. You learn that well, you really get to see our main character just really, 1, 2, just really just just knock it out of the park, and that was cool. That was fun. Um, so yeah, that one was a good episode. For the most part, the whole episode. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't have anything to say. Episode 4, the grandma's boy. Um, that one was, if I had to say, probably the weakest one. The one before that, those two are probably, they weren't bad, but they weren't like, in terms of the 6 episodes. I don't think they were my favorite. No, not even close. Because the last 2 episodes are. Whoo, I'll get to them in a minute. But the grandma's boy, he deserts because his grandma's house is getting ready. They're starting to enclose and destroy the neighborhood around her, and he wants to save up enough money to put her in a retirement home of, because she's got dementia or something, and so he deserts to go work a job and make money, and it was a sweet, like honey sweet, like a sweet episode. It just it was just got, our main character showed empathy, a lot of empathy, which we've seen before, but in the beginning, it felt like that they were just by the book, follow the rules no matter what. And this episode, we got a break from that. This episode, they realized that this guy, he deserted for an unbelievably selfless reason. We'll overlook it. Come on back when you make the money, but we're gonna overlook this. And that was such a sincere episode, truly. Yeah, that was a good one. And then we have our last 2 episodes. Our last 2 episodes are pretty much just one big episode. Um, yeah, that one left me speechless. That last 2 episodes was hard. That was hard to watch. Just watching somebody who was kind and gentle absolutely crumble and be brought down. I go on the verge of not insanity, but just madness, consumed by hatred. This kind, gentle, sweet man that we've known. That's the other killer. Is he's been like a side character. We've seen his little the little drawings he's given to Anju Ho. And how he shined his shoes and gave him snacks and was just unbelievably kind. Within all that time, he was getting bullied the whole time. We also saw that part of it too. He'd just get picked on by his jock superior who needs put in the ground. But we saw that, and it came to a head in the 5th episode. He just snapped, understandably but he just snapped. Suckbok, something like that, and Private Suck. Ah, gosh, I don't even remember. But it just descended into just revenge and hatred, and that was just, my God, unbelievable, believable storytelling, unbelievable emotion. Are you kidding me? The 5th episode left off on like one of the worst cliffhangers I've ever experienced. That for a minute I thought the show was over and I was about to pull my hair out. So I'm glad within a couple seconds, it said play next episode. I would have, yeah, uh, that would have sucked. But really, these last two episodes, I mean, these are just masterpieces of television for in my for my enjoyment perspective. I didn't really, just the whole thing with the army coming out with the full force and or the full police force, DP police force, and everyone realized just this is one of your own, and you're gonna just shoot him. Just why don't we just talk calmly to him? Why don't we just try to bring him back with with our people? Why are we doing this huge show of force? And but the private suckbach or whatever, he the actor, oh my god, so believable. Just getting bullied, and finally just you could see it in his eyes, just losing it and having enough, and he snaps and beats the heck out of one of his other superiors with his helmet for doing something that the guy needed shot for. I mean, it just what was the guy making him take his wang out and get hard right there in front of him, and just like there needs to be a little bit of control. I mean, a little bit of discipline. There is no discipline. Superiors, I just get away with everything in this show, and there's no discipline. And I hope that there's more of that going forward. There wouldn't be much of a show if there was, so I guess I can understand. But yeah, these last two were just so visceral. Like I cannot express that enough. How hard they hit, and then the ending, the last couple minutes. Oh my, I don't even know if I need to talk about that. It just came to a head and kind of went where I thought it was going to. I mean, how else would it have gone? That there was no hope after what he did. I mean, he didn't do, but just the way that we've seen this army so far, there was just no hope. I mean, you have the top brass guy, whatever commander, hitting his superiors. That it just rolls downhill, and it just ended up with this private taking a hostage and trying to inflict revenge, and then ultimately killing himself. And that was an effed up scene when Private Anju Ho started wailing. Holy moly. It's good. I'm going to keep this video short. That was good. I mean, what a good, the last two episodes made. I mean, the show was good, but the last two episodes were just golden. Just incredible television. So much packed into it. So real, emotional. Oh, I cannot wait for more. And then the very ending for the funeral, and why didn't you help? His sister asking, why didn't you help when you saw him get bullied? Because then he would have gotten his face punched in the dirt. It was just easier for him. But how do you say that? I mean, you feel bad, but in that position, it's easier to watch than to stand up. Of course it is. But it takes a real person to stand to defend someone else who's getting bullied. And yeah, I mean, I wish it would have happened. It just this character who passed, killed himself, was just so kind, just had so much light in him, and he was consumed by darkness in the end. Oh boy, so Yeah, that's really all I can say about it. That's my initial reaction right there. Give it a watch. 6 episodes, an hour long each or close to it. Um, Let me know what you think. Yeah, or let me know what you if you like. I don't know why I'm saying that at the end of this video, but if you like my review, if you like or didn't like what I'm saying, let me know in the comments. And yeah, well, there's my spoiler review on Deserter Police. I almost forgot again. So until next time.